Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about a recent project that I've been working on, the Walthers Cornerstone tank car oil loading platform. This model represents tank car loading platforms that one might find at oil refineries, large oil fields without easy pipeline service, like those in North Dakota, or pipeline outlets where tank cars are loaded for bulk distribution to customers. My model is actually two kits set together on their end, so that I can service up to 4 tank cars simultaneously. Those of you who have seen my other videos know that I like to do things with lighting on my locomotives, and so I thought here I would do it with a stationary model. At first I wanted to light the control areas of the platform using the same lights that are actually included in the kit, though in dummy form. I wanted to put LEDs in them. I also added 4 LED light posts on each side for a total of 10 LEDs installed on this platform. And the lighting effect actually looks pretty realistic. So let's look at the materials and tools that we'll need for this project. A 0402 warm white SMD LED, 10 of them, 1K ohm SMD resistors, 10 of them, 36 AWG magnet wire in 2 colors, 30 AWG wire in 2 colors, 1/32 inch KNS brass rod, sprues from the model, Kester 186 no clean flux, 6040 solder, a solder iron, precision jewelers tweezers, several pair if you have them, cross-lock tweezers, at least 1 pair, a painter's tape, number 68 drill bit, number 76 drill bit, 1/16 inch drill bit, pin vise, Xeron sprue cutter pliers, Xeron rail cutter pliers, electrician's pliers, Kadee pliers, micro crystal clear CA adhesive. To start with, assemble the model as usual. Leave off the spouts because those will flop around if glued on properly and get in your way, or worse, get broken. Next, you want to also leave off the lights because we're going to be installing LEDs into those light fixtures. Those light fixtures, of course, above the control stand areas. The next step is to convert the light fixtures from the kit. Using your sprue cutter, cut the light part of the fixture flush with the shade part. Using your 1/16 inch drill bit, very carefully drill into the shade as far as you can without penetrating completely. Remember, you're wanting to make a little nest for your LED. You're not really wanting to drill through all the way. Once that's complete, then you can take your 76 drill bit and you drill next to the light stem, enough distance between the light stem and your hole so that your wires are not going to interfere. You're going to want to drill a hole. Now, 2 36 AWG magnet wires will pass through that hole, and that's all you need. So with that step complete, you want to paint the light shade however you want it to be painted before you proceed any further. Once your light shade is prepared, I would recommend assembling your first set of SMD LEDs. Now, there's a lot of videos out there on how to assemble your SMD LEDs. You want to use your 36 AWG magnet wire to solder to both poles of the 0402 warm white LEDs. You want to be sure to be consistent about the colors you use with their polarities because this will help you later. You're not going to mount the resistors right away, so that won't be helpful at this point. Just very carefully solder them, and then once your LEDs are complete, you install them. I would recommend, by the way, because LEDs assemblies of this size are quite fragile, that you only assemble one at a time. You assemble them on time to use. You don't assemble a big stock in advance. So once your LED is assembled, you can test it. I have a test device using a 9-volt battery that's attached to a 9-volt battery power attachment that has a 1K ohm resistor hardwired into the positive wire, and both wires attached to alligator clips, and this makes a handy test tool. So make sure your LED assembly is in good order before you even assemble it. Next, you're going to want to very carefully thread your wire through that tiny number 76 hole that you've drilled in your light shade. Once the wire is through, you pull the light the rest of the way through so that your LED is snug into the cavity that you've drilled out in the lampshade. Now it should either be flush or it should be slightly recessed into the lampshade. And this will complete the initial assembly of the LED. Give it another test, make sure it works, then coat it with then fill the cavity the rest of the way up with microcrystal clear adhesive. This will form an actual lens for the light, and it'll keep it snug and secure so that it doesn't move around during the rest of your installation process. Next, you're going to want to take your 76 drill bit, and you're going to want to drill a hole through the floor of your platform right next to the ramp that goes down. I would figure out which is going to be the front of your platform that's going to be most visible to viewers of your layout, and which is going to be the back, and I would drill the hole toward the back of your platform. Once you have that, then you can install your LED lamp, and you just wrap the wire around the framework, going down so that it snugs to the framework, and then you thread it through that hole. Now you'll have surplus on that wire underneath. You'll want to have at least 6 inches of wire when you solder those LEDs, just so that you have plenty. And then you set that aside. After you've done both of these lights, you have them all set up, then you can go to the light posts. And these are actually very similar in operation. What you do, you take a look at the sprue. There's going to be a lot of nubs on that sprue where the piece is attached. And you look at some of these nubs, and some of them look about right for a street light shade. And you use your sprue cutters to go ahead and cut off that nub at about the right size. And then it's the same process. You drill the number 76, or you drill the 1/16th hole into it. And then, here's a little bit differently, once you have that cavity made, then you continue drilling with the number 68 drill bit, so that you can fit your light poles to it. Now for our light posts, or what I did, I took that 1/32 inch K&S brass rod, and I took Katy pliers, and I used the Katy pliers to bend it into sort of a U-like shape here, into a shape that's basically going to look right. You have to do a lot of this by eyeballing. That's going to look right for a street light. And then you cut the rod to a length that looks right for a street light. You want to make them all as uniform as possible. And if you're slightly off on length, as long as they're uniform, then it'll look good. Once you have it cut, then you simply, and bent shape, you simply mount your shade on using CA adhesive. And once that CA adhesive is dried, then you drill your number 76 drill bit just under your 68 hole that you have the brass rod glued into. You drill your number 68 hole, or you drill your number 76 hole for your wires. And then it's the same procedure, that you just pull your LED. You paint everything first, make sure it's the color you want. You pull your LED through, you wrap the wires around the pole, and you thread the wires into the platform in another number 76 hole that you're going to drill, this time into the side of the platform. And then you will have that light and you attach the light to the platform using CA adhesive. In order to attach these lamp posts to the platform, you're going to actually need to remove the posts that Walthers originally had on the platform where the spouts are, where the spigots are supposed to rest. You have these posts here and here, and in my case I actually cut them away, and I cut them on down to the platform itself, and these poles actually replace them. Now the only horizontal railing that you're going to need to sever to do this is actually the top rail, but you'll just sandwich your new light post with the CA adhesive. There will be some trimming necessary to make it fit. It's not quite the same exact fit, but you make it fit as best as you can. From there, it's a matter of fishing all the wires to where you want them to go. Make sure they're as hidden as possible. What I did in my model, I made sure everything was snug up underneath. I used the microcrystal clear glue to snug up all the wiring. I wired this set of 5 lights surrounding this loading area into a set of 5 resistors that are hidden right underneath this loading ramp here, and this set of 5 to another set of 5 resistors underneath the loading ramp. The idea is that you hide them underneath the platform as much as possible, and then you cut whatever surplus wire you have, and then you bring it all to one end. And in this case, I have threaded the wire down through these legs and then out the bottom. And I have painted all of the wire silver to match the platform. And I've done that in each case so that it's hidden in plain sight, as it were. And there you have it. That's how you get yourself a lit oil tank car loading platform. So that's a neat little project, and it really works nicely.